everyone, Ivy League Gaming here, and today we're playing Eternal Evolution, and it is the day of global launch. They've expanded, there are now servers for North America, and I'm really happy to see the game growing and to see other content creators joining in on the fun. So many of my fellow Raid Shadow Legends content creators are joining in on the fun, and it's really cool. This game has amazing potential, it's very beautiful, and well, there's so much to learn. So for today's video, I wanted to start at the top. Let's talk about our SSS champions. Which ones are the best to go for early? Who's worth investing in? And then what? How do you gear them? What divine prototypes to use? Which commanders, etc. Let's talk about all the stuff and let's do a proper tier list for our SSS champions. But before we get to that, there's some promo codes for us to use, right? Let's get to that first. All right, we have Evolution 110909. Boom. Ooh, that's a nice one. I like that already. All right, what's next? EE Open 1109. Nice, this is really helpful. Nice resources, I like it already. Then we have EE Idle RPG. I feel like this was an old code I might have used already, so if this doesn't work, that's why. Oh no, it's new, okay. And then EE Idle Game. EE Idle Game. So I have used that one before. Okay, I thought they felt familiar. I knew it felt a little bit familiar. My clanmates also found this one, Celebration 1109. Ooh, that's nice too. Look at all the diamonds be poppin'. And I think, yeah, that's all. Oh, wait, one more. I saw one. I don't know if someone was being silly, but pumpkin pie. These were not ones that were given to me. See, there we go, pumpkin pie. All right, guys. Well, I do want to remind you guys, like I mentioned in my last video, I will have a live stream today. If you're watching this the day of launch on November 9th, I will be going live and have an exclusive special giveaway code that's only for the first 99 people redeeming it. So that'll be fun. I'll be randomly showing that during my stream. So you'll have to be there to take advantage. But then that's on Twitch. Did I say Twitch? On Twitch. But there's also some more codes for me to give away. So now, how are we gonna do that? Oh boy. Alright, we're gonna hide these codes, kinda sorta, not really, because this is a tier list video, not a giveaway video. But you guys knew a video was coming with a giveaway, right? If you watched my video yesterday. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just literally put a set of 10 codes in the comments after this video posts. First come, first serve, whoever gets them, well, you get them. So, one time use only, try them. If they work, cool. If not, someone already used it. Simple as that. So that is for 3 advanced cards, some diamonds, and resources. So, free stuff, yay. But now, let's get to the real bulk of this video. Let's talk tier lists. So, I have to give a nice big shout out to my amazing guild and cluster that we're going with here, Celestials. They've been so helpful in the decisions I've made throughout my play. I've been playing this for a while, guys. You're probably going to watch another... If you're coming from another game like Raid, you're probably going to see a lot of people just starting. But I've been playing for a long while. I've learned a lot, and I have been really progressing my account quite well. So, and this is... I would say I'm a low spender, you know, I've only bought a couple things here and there. Nothing crazy, no wailing out to buy a bunch of summons, nothing crazy at all. So when I first started it, we were very lucky in the sense that one of the best events that came early was one that gave you this guy, Bailey Hudson. He is top tier. If you get lucky and he pops out, you want to grab your chances to get him, guys. Definitely grab your chances to get him. But I do want to give a quick... before I get into the actual tier list itself, I want to talk... Make sure that you guys are smart with your summoning. Save your limited tickets. If there's not a double chip happening... I know this is like... I say it's so funny. I said in another game we don't want to play Raid Shadow Legends. I just said that in Infinite Magic Raid. But you know what? In this game, it's kind of better. It definitely is better to play the Raid Shadow Legends style of being patient. I didn't get any SSS champions except for what I got from events until week 3. and that's when the double chip event popped, and I was able to get Bailey. But now he is not in the double chip, it's now Emma. Still, if that's the case, I don't know if it's going to be different on the new servers, but double chips means summon. So hopefully you guys are getting lucky with double chips. Please come to us, content creators, talk to us, ask us. I mean, especially ones like me that have been playing for a really long time. I've got a really strong community behind me that I can ask advice to if I don't know the answer myself. And you really want to summon when there's a double chip. But you guys are going to need to know, who do you target, right? So I'm just the TLDR, Bailey, Masrani. If you could get those two right away, amazing. Even Luke, because Luke, instead of Bailey, if that was possible, is going to help carry you through campaign. He's an AoE damage dealer, decreased defense, great champion. Masrani, top tier healer. They're going to be great. But Emma, I think, is also in the double chip event these days, at least on the other servers as far as I know. And she's still a very solid, one of the best DPS in the game, champion to get. So don't worry, you won't regret it if you get Emma. But save your limited tickets for double chips. So let's actually go here and grab the proper tier list though. So this is shouts to my my guild leader, Ricky Maru. He's been amazing with advice and guides and resources, and I'm going to do my best to use his guides and showcase the amazing end game perspective of people that have been playing for many, many, many months since this game first actually launched in Europe. It's been around for quite a bit now, and even though it's just going global for a lot of like everyone in North America and whatnot, this game is not new. So we have some very experienced people on our side. So let's get to it. All right, I know this is going to be a little bit hard to read. It's small font and it's long, but I think this is just kind of the best way for me to go through. This is Ricky's tier list. I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Our Celestials leader. And he did a very good job. I was going to do a tier list of tier lists kind of video, which I still might. But at the end of the day, like when you compare a bunch of content creators' tier lists, I think this is it. Ricky is 100% right. I agree with everything I've seen here based on my personal experience, based on the experience of talking to him and our other very end game guild mates. And yeah, just seeing what people who talk about in Discord, I think this is a very solid tier list. So the people, I mean, the top tier, right? The triple S tier of the triple S's. Luke, Bailey, Crete, Emma, and Masrani. So if you guys see a double chip event pop up, or bonus chips, depending on how they call it, you want to go all in on those limited summons. Even if you get more than what you need, you want to save those limited summons. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about when I say double chip event before I continue. Sorry, I apologize. We need to get to the actual tier list, right? You guys just want to see me talk about the tier list, and here I am ranting. But what I'm talking about with the chips and why it's so important is the shop. So this is really lucky. We just reset. So we have this new champion here, right? Shiny object. Ooh, I have enough. Let's get her. No, don't do it. Wait until there is a recruitment event here, which usually happens the second week of a banner. So I'm going to give a better detailed description on doing all this, but that's the TLDR. So don't do this. Don't ignore it. Sorry. Ignore it. I mean, she seems like she might be really good too. Still testing. Don't know. Wait until everyone else tests before you go all in on a new champion. Wait for everyone else to test. But here is what I'm talking about. Look at how much extra chips I have. These chips buy you a gene hybrid. Boom. Gene hybrid is the same as a legendary champion. It's a dupe of them. So if you get one dupe of this, let's say you pulled because you really wanted to get her, and now you just 60 summons and you stopped. You got your guaranteed legendary triple S champion. Not legendary, that's a different term in this game. But now these gene hybrids, whenever you need a dupe of her to duplicate, to level Evo up, you can use those gene hybrids. So that's why they're so important. They're amazing. I'm so glad I saved, because now I'm able to get better champions rolling. But okay, back to the tier list. Back to the tier list. So if you have a chance to grab any of those champions from what I just talked about, like a double chip event especially, go all in. It's fine. You're not going to regret it. So go all in when you see double chips, which usually is week 3. I don't know if they're going to do it any sooner with all the excitement of launch or not, but double chips is the best time because you can get multiple, and then you save extra chips for future gene hybrids or future copies of champions you really want. So it's just a really smart way to do it. So let's talk tier list finally 10 minutes into this video. I'm going to try to go through it fairly quick, guys, because I know the reality. You're just going to screenshot this and you're going to leave the video. It's fine. I get it. Let me put myself over here so you can see all this better. Alrighty, let me... Oh, in full screen. Not full... I just full screened my OBS to not full screen this. Okay. So, at the top of the list, like I said, Luke is an AoE champion. Amazing, amazing champion. Bailey does some AoE and single target skills, and Bailey is the must-have for Arena. Absolutely top tier. If you can get him, you want him. PvP is where he shines the most, but he's also insanely good in PvE. He carried me through all my content. The second I got him, my account just skyrocketed. Because when you go pull all in on a champion, you're going to want to have summons saved to where you can get multiple copies and get gene hybrids from the recruitment events, etc. You want to always have extra stuff ready to pull to maximize an event, but I'll have to talk about that in the future when there's another one for me to better show it. But yeah, here we are. Bailey, awesome as well. Such a good champion. So, and then we have Crete. Crete is a defense-based damage dealer / tank. I've seen people use him for I'm actually trying to use him with damage now. I think I might have to change that strategy and just use him purely as a tank. But he is a damage dealer at the same time. I think the problem is if you try to build him fully focused on damage, then you're going to lack in survivability if you use him as a tank, and vice versa, you know? That's one thing you have to think about. Prism Amulet is a must. So this is important. We're talking Prism Amulet. If you don't have that prototype, it might not be worth focusing him, which makes me sad because I don't even think I have that prototype. As we look over here. Emma is a single target burst damage, as he calls it here. She hits hard and she hits fast. She's able to pump out multiple hits to, like, her versus Masrani. They're very similar in the sense, Masrani. I'm thinking Nautilus are kind of similar, but she's the better version and she can do multiple hits to Masrani's one as far as like the ultimates and stuff go. She's has good attack speed. That was the term I'm looking for. So let's take a look at these top tier people and what they actually need. So Luke, Commander, Rota goes along well with him. And then we have prototypes suggested are Solar Flare, Praying Eyes, Vision Stone, and Flowing Rune. I think I use Flowing Rune at the moment, but that's interesting. He's put meh for Flowing Rune. Okay, I'll have to remember that and maybe experiment with my own runes. Bailey. We have Gautier and then Dark Summit and Praying Eyes for his prototype. Now, Bailey does have a prototype that's made like for him, I swear. It's so good. So I'm surprised he actually forgot that one. Pain Rune, right? Or maybe that's just kind of fallen out of the meta. Let me know in the comments below. Does nobody use the Pain Rune anymore, or do we just forget about it? The Pain Rune with Bailey has been kind of my go-to in most content personally so far, especially in Arena. We're not going to talk in detail about the runes and the commanders today, or else this would be a 1 hour long video, so we're just going to stick to the basics and you guys can look into details later. Anyway, we have Crete here, Gautier for Commander, and Prism Amulet, like mentioned. Emma with Brunhild or Samadhi, with Dark Summit, Praying Eyes, or Thorn of Glory. And then Masrani, our wonderful healer, our best healer in the game. Such a good champion. I wish I got Masrani sooner, but I just got him recently, and I'm so glad I did. A huge boost to my account. Flashpoint, Scholar's Monument for the prototypes are suggested. Alright, and then we have we're down to our next tier of champions. Now, the next one is kind of controversial. A lot of people hate this champion, but there's good reason for that. So, Aniruddha. This is the only champion you can summon from advanced summoning tickets, not limited, the advanced ones. She's the only triple S that you could summon. I mean, that's really, really cool, actually. But here's the problem. She really only shines when she has EX30. EX30. So if you don't have EX30, you're probably going to be feeling a bit lackluster here. Unfortunately, it is what it is. And the EX weapons to get to 30, you're going to prioritize your Luke, your Bailey, your Crete, and Masrani before you look to, like, literally do this entire list before you get to her, more than likely, unfortunately, just because this is a very expensive thing. Like, on my account that I've been playing quite a while, I took a while to really get going in Ancient Altar, so I should have more. But The red runes are very hard to come by, and I only have like 2 or 3 people, almost 3 people with maxed red runes right now, and that's sad. So I only have Bailey. I think Bailey's the only one that's fully maxed. I think my Luke is about to be, and then Maserati is like, well, I'll have, or maybe I have Luke and Bailey, and then Maserati I'm working on. I think that's my reality, but whew, it's hard. It's really, really a hard grind, so don't prioritize Anaruta for this, even though that's where they kind of need it. They are very good in Twilight, guys. That's one of the interesting things, which you'll see. Twilight, they're gonna shine very well. And they need Rota. Did not list a prototype for them, but it's kind of, they're gonna be more secondary support anyway. Although it's funny, CC AoE damage. The CC is what's helpful, right? That's what I really like. I like the crowd control. So you're just gonna have to pair them up with the most logical prototypes, maybe for other people, but not based around them as your choice. That's probably why he didn't put one in. Pregor. Excellent for Twilight as well, as they mentioned here. I love Pregor. I just got mine maxed to Immortal. When I say maxed, guys, we mean like to Immortal 0 usually. Like your first level of that gold shiny Immortal level. You kind of want to get all your SSS there. Like get one there before you focus your next one. And here we have she's AoE damage dealer commander. There's actually some new ones. Samadhi and then Erudis. That's a newer one that pairs. It's kind of made for them, honestly. I swear. And then we have Adsorter Devil Eyes. Adsword Devil Eyes. I don't even know which one that is. That must be a mythic one. I don't think I have that. 5th Element Apocalypse Cloak. I just got the cloak myself. My first mythic prototype. Ooh, super fancy. Anyway, I realized I'm just moving my mouse around and I don't really need to. Sorry, guys. And then we have Nautilus here. Nautilus is very strong. You get Nautilus as a reward from a lot of places and events and stuff, especially early on. So you'll slowly be able to build up your Nautilus to Immortal level by fully free to play and just by playing the game naturally and not having to summon for Nautilus. So, and you'll get things where you get to choose between champions and which one you get from like a box, a reward. So I took Nautilus in one of my most recent rewards that I received versus another champion. Just because mine I'm trying to work on as well. And I don't have Emma yet. If you have Emma, you don't really need Nautilus. That's usually the talk. Because it's the same thing. It's a single burst damage style champion. And that's it for here. But really good for PvE content, as he notes as well. Brunhild would be the commander. And then Praying Eyes, Red Thorn Rune, Thorn of Glory. And then we have Rez. Rez is amazing support. He kind of like resets a champion. So you have Rez with Bailey, and he just resets Bailey's ultimate. You can really pump out some amazing damage, which works really great in Arena as well as PvE. So I love Rez. He's so much fun. He does that, yeah, energy replenish. And then Commander, you're probably not going to worry too much about which one you're using because he's just there to support other people. So make sure you're focusing your damage dealers for your commanders more so. And then same thing with the prototype here. Treant Heart helps him. Okay, I actually do have that one. I don't think I have that one maxed out though. And then Skewer and Haiti, this is the twins, as everyone calls them. They're really fun. They call them Bailey Bait, as he put here. I'm glad he put that. That's always the term I see. Bailey Bait. They're really good to put against Bailey in Arena, especially if you don't have a Bailey of your own. Usually in Arena, the only thing to counter Bailey is Bailey. There's another Bailey that's just better. And that's the reality. But at least we added another champion in that might be a little bit of a distraction for a Bailey, so that's kind of fun. The commander for them would be a Discar. Who the hell? Oh, yeah. I don't. That's one I haven't even looked at yet. I do not have the twins. I'm in the works for myself yet. I have them. I just... Not my priority yet. But they don't have a prototype that specifically is for them yet. So there was no note. Fair enough. Alright, and then we have Azina as one of the newer champions here on this list. Now we're down to the S tier, not SS. They're all still great. That's the good reality is all of the SSS champions are going to be good. Like, they're going to be 99% of the time better than any of the epics you can choose from, so don't worry. They're just in the realm of, compared to the other SSSs, some of them are going to be a little bit lesser tier. Alright, so single target DPS with Azina, Brunhild, and Samadhi, and then a similar prototype, so you're going to see some trends here. Dark Summit, Praying Eyes, Thorn of Glory, 5th Element, Apocalypse Cloak. And then down to Moriyami. So there's a special note here with Moriyami. They can be, oh, they pair very well with Pregor. I don't see the note for what his bullet point was, but the Moriyami and Pregor go very well together. That's a fun one too. So let's see here. We have auto hit 3 targets at a time. Okay. I haven't used my Moriyami yet. I got one recently. She's getting leveled up, but I haven't finished her yet. Crete was my focus most recently. Irus is for commander, and then add sword, devil eyes, fifth element, and apocalypse cloak for your prototype. And then we have down to the lowest tier of our triple S's here. The lackluster ones, honestly, compared to other triple S. They're still going to be fun to play with, guys, but they're going to be the ones you probably don't want to invest all of your resources into first. And that would be Zyda and Guanyo. I mean, Zyda, I always hear people hate on how bad they are. It's just the truth. Just when it comes to tanks, you don't really need them. We've got Oak and Hercules that are epics, so a little bit lackluster all around. And then, yeah, Guanyo, I think the problem is he sounds interesting. He has bleed damage over time, and that sounded like fun. And I think overall his kit read that he was going to really hit hard and be super interesting, but I think at the end he just kind of had lackluster damage again, and it was kind of meh. But both of them are suggested to maybe do Astral Strike for PvP, Company of Heroes for PvE, and dominate against high attack speed targets. So there you have it, guys. This is the tier list of Triple S champions. I tried my best to throw in some general beginner tips along the way, talking about summoning. I know it's all going to sound like a foreign language and super confusing to any new people just joining the game, but trust me, you'll figure it out, and you'll probably make some mistakes. Or you could be like me. I played for a month, realized all the mistakes I made, started over again. Because I started on the wrong server, so always start on a new server. And I started on the same server as my friends because I thought it mattered. It doesn't matter. And it does matter. You need to start on the newest server possible. And I missed the best rewards to get those double chips and that Bailey, which is now Emma, I think. But yeah, I missed out, so I restarted. And I don't regret it. I'd much rather waste that month of time, but progress so much faster for the future. And yeah, it's been fun. I love this list. I'm completely on it, so I'm super happy. I'm almost completed the Triple S top tier list. I started with Bailey, and then Luke, and then Masrani. And now I have Crete to Immortal. And my next one to keep an eye out for is Emma. But actually, wait, no, I'm silly. My one video, if you look a few back, there was a bug. I accidentally got an extra event, and I got Emma. So woohoo! I got Emma, and I'm happy. So I actually have Emma ready to be built. I just need more of those gene hybrids, which I just got one of today. So I can't wait to look out for more shops, keepers set, and I'm ready. I need some more genes, but anyway, sorry this video ended up being a little bit longer than intended because we did chat about some stuff before we got started on talking about the tier list. Plus, I wanted to talk about those giveaway codes and the other promo codes to show off in the beginning. So come hang out with me live on Twitch if you're watching this the day that this goes live, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Eternal Evolution. Play now for free.